TJ said, my name's Sandra. I'm a junior on the track team, for those of you who don't know me, and it's really nice seeing all the track girls come here, all the freshmen. When TJ pulls the slide up, yeah, so this was a little, we tried to get a speaker, and he declined, and I was like, something's been kind of on my heart this summer, and it was kind of funny. So at the beginning of the summer, I knew I was going to be in Brookings all summer, and I was like, I might get kind of bored, I don't know if there's much to do here, so I'll write a lot. I'll write some blogs or something. I had a couple topics. No, I didn't write anything. So this is one of the topics that has been on my heart, and Ben brought it up at Oasis this past Sunday, so I was like, why not just share it? So passage is from Matthew 4:18 through 22, and I'm just going to start by reading that. And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. Then he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." They immediately left their nets and followed him. Going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James the son of Zebedee and John his brother, in the boat with Zebedee, their father. Mending their nets, he called them, and immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him. So, growing up, my family, we have a cabin in Wisconsin. Northern Wisconsin, it's my favorite place in the world. It's really peaceful. Our lake is a lot of old retired people, really nice families. We go up there a lot in the summer. There's not a lot of motorboats, there's not a lot of jet skis. It's really peaceful, really quiet. We have a rowboat, we have canoes, we have these little paddle boards. It's really nice. It was from my dad's side of the family, so when my dad's parents were alive, my grandpa taught us how to fish. And that's something that we do a lot there because there's not a lot else to do, so we go fishing. My brothers were into fishing. I was never a very good fisher. My only big fish that I've caught besides bluegills was when I was 12 years old. My dad took me out fishing, and he took us out on the rowboat, and he's rowing around the whole lake, and it's a decent sized lake, so he's rowing around the whole thing. I'm casting the whole time, and I'm not getting anything, not even a bite, and I'm okay, this is so lame. What is going on? I want to catch a fish. This is not fun. I thought fishing was going to be fun. I was if I catch a fish, Dad will be yeah, go Sandra, and then I can fillet it, we can eat it, it'll be awesome. We're pulling around the last bend, and I can see our cabin in the distance, and I was okay, I'm not going to catch anything. We're almost home, though, it's fine. And by this time, I'm trolling, which if you don't know what trolling is, I cast out, and I'm just leaving the fishing pole as my dad rows, it's just in the water. So the movement of the boat is pulling the lure. So I'm trolling because I'm sick of casting. I'm not going to get anything. And then I get a bite, and my dad's Sandra, you got a bite, reel it in. So I reel it in, and it's this 4-pound bass, and I'm yes, this is awesome. My dad makes me throw it back in. I don't know why. So besides that, I've caught a lot of bluegills. I've caught bluegills. So not a good fisherman. Wouldn't call myself a fisherman, but I love to fish. I think it's really peaceful. I've always liked it. Mostly because our lake is so pretty. I just sit out there, go fishing, whatever. So this past summer, I was there for 4th of July, and one day I go out and I'm I'm gonna go fishing for an hour. I'm gonna make myself go fishing for an hour. Even if I don't catch anything, I'm gonna keep casting. Okay, I'm casting for an hour or whatever, so long, not catching anything. And right when I'm about to get done, I'm okay, what if I cast one more time? What if a fish bites one more time? What if he's waiting for me, the bass has been waiting this whole time, he's out there, and I cast one more time, and then I get it. So I'm okay, I'm going to cast one more time. Cast one more time, didn't catch a fish, but I still cast one more time. So what I want to talk about is this passage, and as I've been thinking about that, I've been thinking about, what makes a good fisherman? What are characteristics that fishermen possess? Things that I pulled out from just reading different things, reading in here. Fisherman is a hard worker, and they're diligent. And when I was reading about fishermen back in the day, it was a full-time job. The nets they had to make, there's passages that say a fisherman was out mending their nets, and you kind of passed over my head, but that's a big deal. It takes a lot of just straight-on work. You're tying things. It's a big deal. Those huge nets that go over the side of the boat. You have to be hardworking. And the thing about being diligent, the passage Luke 5:1 through 11. I don't know. That might be on the next slide. Do you want to check? No, it's not. Okay, it's fine. It talks about where some of Jesus' disciples were fishing, and they were out in the boat really late at night, and they weren't catching anything, and they were like kind of over it. They were about to go in, and Jesus yells out, you know, cast one more time on a certain side of the boat. And so they're like, okay, I don't think this is going to work, but they cast out, and they catch a huge load of fish that they can't even pull in, and so many. So you have to be diligent, you have to be persistent, and you can't give up, because when you give up, I mean, you're not going to catch a fish either way. Another thing is they have to anticipate and they have to have faith that the fish are in the lake, and that it's worked in the past. You know, if I cast the line out, I'm going to catch a fish. Because a lot of times, something Kia pulled out was they can't always see the fish. So like at my cabin, if I'm on the dock and I throw a cast out to the right or the left, like usually if it's really clear, I can see fish. Like this past summer, there was like 3 bass that would chill around our dock the whole summer. Never caught one, but they would chill there. So you can see them if it's shallow, but usually if you're out in the middle of the lake, you can't see anywhere deep where the fish are. They're at the bottom, you know, they chill. They don't like to bite your lures, so they just chill down there. So you can't see them all the time. So you have to have faith that hopefully you're fishing a lake with fish in it and that it's worked in the past. So you're going to cast out and hopefully catch fish.